been looking all over for you. I even called your mom and asked if she had heard from you today. I know you meant to call, but you didn't, and I got worried. Lucky guess? No, the reason I found you here, if you were here, was because, well, this is our bench. It's our favorite thinking spot together. I remember how we started to date, and we would come here to study. Well, sort of study. But most of the time we were just talking about people, school, things going on, well, people. Yeah, they were some good times. Can I sit next to you? Okay, good. So, what's on your mind tonight? You usually don't come here unless you're thinking about something. Mm-hmm. You know it's never going to be a bother for me to hear you talk about what's going on. And that's why I'm dating you. It's part of the job of being a girlfriend. It's to always be there for you and to make sure that you're okay. And, well, if you're not, it's to help you out, you know? So come on. You know you can't hide it from me forever anyway. Yes, just how I can't hide anything from you. Hmm? Oh, good old regrets, am I right? So, which ones are you worried about this time? Come on, that was a while ago. You shouldn't feel bad about that one anymore. Well, I can't remember. But I do know that beating yourself up over, well, any past mistakes isn't healthy. It's not good for you. You deserve better than that. Yes, yes, really, you do. Look, there's nothing wrong with looking back at what has happened to you, looking back at your decisions, and whether they were good or bad. It's okay. It's good, actually, to look back and reflect on what's happened in your life so far. But when you get stuck on what's happened, especially if it's bad, then, well, it's a bit of a challenge to move forward. You can't truly move forward if you let go of the past. Maybe you can get a little headway, but overall, just be stuck in the same loop. Take me, for instance. I used to beat myself up all the time about... Yes, exactly. That one ex. Seriously, it was a big mistake. I remember when we started dating, I was still kind of, well, reeling over the fact that I was so dumb. Yes, I was pretty dumb, but, you know, it was bad. It's really bad. And remember how I would constantly go back to things like, what if? And I'm like, I could have done this. I could have done that. I could have just up and left. But back then I didn't know any better. Or I was too scared to do anything because I had gotten used to comfortability, no matter how bad it was. But thanks to you, and a bit more time, and a little bit of personal therapy with both you and my family, I learned to take what happened to me as more of a lesson experience, rather than a time to beat myself up over some ridiculous mistakes. Yes, you really helped. Listen, I know that all those little things, they can eat you up after a little bit. But honey, you're great. You shouldn't let the past define who you are. Use them as learning experiences instead, as lessons. It's just like driving. You don't really want to drive and stare at your rearview mirror the entire time. You'll only get in a car crash. That's not good. That's usually what happens when you are too stuck on the past. No, you don't literally get into a car crash. You just get stuck. And then you can't really move forward. Exactly. Just like how you can look back in your rearview mirror, but only for a few moments when you're driving. That's the same way in life. You should look back. Remember what you learned. But don't use it as a crutch. Don't use it as a reason to beat yourself up and just get yourself into a bad headspace. You should use that as a moment to say, oh, well, I did that, and now I know what not to do. Or I know how to do this better. Or even I know how to see the signs of bad people. Use it as lessons. But you always have to keep moving forward. Only glance back at the past. Don't stare at it. So you can always just move forward. To progress, to grow, to learn, and to breathe. Exactly. It is a new level of freedom. I told you that when I called you that one day and I told you I had finally moved on from all of that chaos. Yeah. Of course you were happy. Just like I was happy for you when you realized, hey, this one little mistake way back then doesn't define me. That's the point. Never, ever, and I mean ever, let your past define who you are. That's who you were, not are. And you don't have to always be like that. That's what I tell everybody that, tells me they wish they could move on from something. Oh, honey, I know it's not easy. It can be pretty difficult sometimes, but you shouldn't let that stop you from trying. It usually takes more than one go anyway. You know how many times I fell back. It happens. But it's not the end of the world when it does. When you fall, you remind yourself that this is a learning experience, a growing experience, and those usually take time. You get up, brush yourself off, and keep going. You look back for a second to make sure there's no more dust, to remind yourself this is what I'm avoiding. And then you move forward again to get even better than you did last time. You will. We'll try to do that more. Glad. Oh. You're welcome, honey. I love you. You know that. I'll always be here to remind you just how wonderful you are. Now you shouldn't look back on those memories and just make yourself feel bad. I know you can't help it sometimes, but that's what I'm here for. Promise me that if you ever feel like this again, you call me. We can meet here and just talk it out again. You know I don't mind. Good. Thank you, baby. Are you hungry? I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm always hungry. Let's go to that boba place over there. I think they're still open. Alright, let's go.